All right, everybody, it's the moment we've been waiting for. Now it's probably not a good idea. Oh, yeah, I'm supposed to use the knife on the box. Of course. What was I thinking? Yes, so this will be the last thing I get before my vacation as far as at least any expensive spending goes. Yeah, it's like every month I have like my car bill, my phone bill, and I have my buy bill because I don't pay for buying this stuff. And of course, I pay like the shipping's expensive. It's like $50, $100. Like it depends on how much stuff you got, how much it is. Like this was like $70 to ship. And of course, you want to pay all that money because one, not only will you get it fast, but two, it'll be insured. And with all this stuff, yeah, I'm definitely getting insured. I mean, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Uh, okay, so I got to remember in this video not to mention that one thing um, that I think everyone knows about by now. But yeah. Okay, so we got 9 things here. This will be more like I'll spoil it right now. This will be mostly like the shogi pickups because that's mostly what I've been into lately. I actually want to say now I'm at the point where now I think I'm a better shogi player than a chess player. Even though I'm still like the worst shogi player in the world, but I still think I fared a little better than chess. Oh yeah, here we go. I actually saw this at a local game store. And then when I saw I could get a much cheaper copy at on buy, I kind of sprung on the deal. This is a game that my sister owned the U.S. version of. Um, in fact, she still does. I don't know what kind of game this is. I remember liking this show when I was a kid, though. This is a Hamtaro 2 for the Game Boy Color. So I like how they put in this little Ziploc bag. They have Ziploc bags in Japan? Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. But they said, here's the thing: they said the condition of this was damaged slash dirty, but it looks pristine. So usually unless it's a DVD, I usually will buy stuff in any condition because yeah, it says it's in bad shape, but it's not really. I like how the music in this game was done by what was their name? Satoko Yokota. It seems to be this and the other Hamtaro game on Game Boy Color seem to be their only credits in the video game, so it's kind of interesting. Like, huh? You wonder what was with that. Yeah, I mean this looks pristine as hell. I mean it almost looks brand new. I mean, if you like little creases or stuff, but like barely even noticeable. In fact, I don't even think that counts because that's just how it's supposed to look. Okay, here's a classic. I actually have this game. You're like, well, then why would you buy another copy? I have this game on PlayStation. I never played it on my PlayStation. It actually came with a Nintendo 64 game that I bought. Um, I gotta find out how to get this out of the bag. Oh man, I can't tell you guys. I was really. It was funny because I got this package like 10 minutes after I left for work, so I was like, nah. I was hoping I'd get it before, but no, of course, it had to be after, right? That's how it always is, right? Sometimes I'm lucky, I'll get it before work, but, and that's the other thing about the shipping, even though it's expensive as hell, yeah, you get it like within like maybe 2-3 days, if that, so, yeah, this is a classic. This is, Morita Shogi. So what do you do when you want to play Shogi on the Famicom, but there's no Shogi games released for the Famicom at this time? Well, you make your own, and that's what this guy did, Kazuro Morita. Now, unfortunately, I think he died in 2012. It says here it goes up to 2Q level, which is pretty high. Shogi ranking is kind of confusing because it goes from 20Q to 2Q, which is from worst to best. Then it goes to Shodan, and then it goes to 1 Dan to 4 Dan. With 1 being the worst, 4 being the highest on that one. So, it should come with everything. Yeah, wow, this is a interesting looking manual. I wonder if they actually do talk about the programmer. Probably not. Oh, it's a, okay, it's one of those like weird ones that you unfold. Okay, it's a pretty bare bones manual, but it's a pretty bare bones game too. It's not like you got this little card thing too with it. But yeah, who knew this would continue on to be a pretty successful series, and it's released for pretty much every major platform since. Like, yeah, I think there's one on the N64. There's one on the Game Boy Advance. Uh, oh, I just realized this part is broken. But hey, it's a shogi game. It can't be perfect. At least it doesn't actually like come off or anything. So I'll just I'll leave it alone. I'll try anyway. All right. So that's pretty cool. And what piece is this on the cover? Oh yeah, it's the king. Of course it would be. Should have been the rook. It's the most powerful piece in shogi, but whatever. Not gonna complain. Still pretty cool for the time. Oh yeah, this is a CD I've been meaning to get for a long time. Yeah, so there is a CD and there is a movie in here as well. That's the cool thing about these unboxings. Like, I never know what exactly is coming next. I know what I ordered for the most part, just don't know. This is a date with the Smithereens. Smithereens is a great band. If it's kind of like the Beatles if they were like they did like their older content with like the newer setup, like the more distorted guitars and stuff. It's pretty cool though. I like it. I'm not too familiar with that album though, but I know I'll enjoy it. I'm a big Smithereens guy. This is an interesting case. I wanna talk about this one. If I can get it out of the wrap. Okay. So I've never owned a sealed PC Engine game before, and here is one. And of course I am gonna unseal it because I want to play it. That's the whole point of me buying it. So this is called Shogi Shoshinsha Muyo, or it pretty much translates to Shogi Beginners Useless, which kind of gives you an idea what it is. It's actually developed and published by Home Data, who also did Shogi Shodan Ichokusen, and but this one is more like bare bones. It's a more standard shogi game. You could choose your AI level, and there's nothing too special about it. But the weird thing about it, what I want to talk about is eBay sells these games for like really expensive, like $50, $100 or whatever. I got the sealed one for 30, sealed, and there was another one sealed on there for the same price. So, and back then 7,300 yen. I like these games. They have the original price tag. This one was 6,700 yen, rightly so, because I think it has a lot more content in it. But it's got great music by Nobuko Hasebe, and both of them, and they're actually pretty cool. The cool thing about this game is you can actually there's different board sets and piece sets that you could. I think they all go together though, so you can only like do one at a time. Like there's different layouts you can choose, which is pretty nice. So I'm actually looking forward to playing this one. Yeah, it looks brand spanking new. So I'll see how that one goes. All right, cool. So I got that one. Yeah, I can't tell you guys how excited I was at work. Like, I just want work to be over so I can go home and play this. And speaking of shogi, this is Hifumin no Shogi Dojo, because I just had to get another shogi game for the Switch. I think I told people already, but I did beat this one, Shogi Training. This one was actually pretty good. It does teach you moves, and it doesn't teach you how to be as good as he does as Sota Fuji, that's his name. But yeah, and actually I think he was the first guy to like beat this guy or something like that. Hifumi Kato. I actually have like one or two of his games on the Game Boy Color, but yeah, it'll be interesting to check this one. Now, you know what the most surprising thing about Hifumi Kato is? He's Catholic. Like, it's hard enough to find a Japanese guy who has some kind of like Western religious philosophy, but like, wow, a Catholic. And I bring this up because one of the games I'm going to show you guys later that I got has a nun in it. And again, Japanese shogi game, and I already know of a Japanese mahjong game that has a nun in it, which is YY Mahjong by Video System. So I don't know what Japan's obsession with nuns are, but my dad would know all about that because he went to a Catholic school as a kid before like his parents converted to like Judaism or something. Okay, no, they became Christian, but Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, here's a movie, Mrs. Doubtfire, because Koichi Yamadera does Mrs. Robin Williams. I just had to see this movie in Japanese, like just how what Miss Doubtfire sounds like. Because once again, there's no, at least I couldn't find any Japanese clips of this movie online. I have seen the movie before on VHS like many years ago, but it's a good movie, you know, and I'm a guy who has divorced parents, you know, so I know I can kind of relate to this film, except my dad didn't dress up like a old lady trying to see me and my sister, so I got lucky there. uh, I'll tell you guys, I've really been down in the dumps lately because of like personal stuff, but this makes things a whole lot better, I gotta say. I'm just waiting for that one game that I said you know, with the nun in it. I want to see that. I think it's going to be the last package. Yeah. Okay, fine. You go in there. Okay. What's this? Another movie that I've wanted to see in Japanese, of course. I've never seen this movie before. I've seen clips of it on YouTube, and I'm really interested in it. The Green Mile. And Tom Hanks is played by Masashi Ebara. So that'll be interesting to hear how he sounds like. You know, I watched Castaway or not years ago. I watched it earlier this year, and he was voiced by Kazuhiko Inoue. Just funny hearing Weird-san and everything's pretty funny. All right, is that all? No, we got two more packages. It looks like. I thought this was going to be the last one. All right. Oh, this is from Mercari. Yeah, out of all of them, Mercari's my favorite. Just like so. Yahoo auctions, you can find more obscure stuff there that you're looking for, but with Mercari, you know, it's buy it now. So, you know that you don't have to worry about someone outbidding you. Okay, point the knife away from me. That would be a great idea. I still don't learn after all these years. Here's the game. Waiting for you. Where were you? Okay. So, this is Shogi no Hoshi, or pretty much literally the star of Shogi. Once again, developed by developed and published by Home Data. Once again, great music by Nobuko Hasebe. Except the title music. She told me that wasn't her work. She's like, that's the theme. That's the opening theme from Kyojin no Hoshi, which is a different anime. Just it's a similar title, but not the same. I just love like how pissed off this kid looks, and like, look at that. Like he's pretty angry. I don't know what that pig thing is in the background. I don't think that's in the game, but like, actually, I don't know. I'm not even gonna try to imitate that. That's funny. But you know what's the funniest thing about this packaging is the back. There's a picture of the game designer. And he's like there's a better quality photo on Moby Games if you look up Kei Miyahara, but like he's smoking a cigarette and everything. And so Home Data actually did another Mega Drive game. It's called Dragon's Eye Plus Shanghai 3, and it's the same thing. There's a game designer that's on the back cover. I guess because they self-published this game, they were able to do what they want. But I wanted to talk about Home Data really quick because this is a company that you might think, okay, all they do is shogi games or whatever. Okay, boring. No, they did one of the most graphically impressive games on the Famicom. Everyone talks about Summer Carnival Rekka 92 this, Summer Carnival Rekka 92 that. And yeah, that game's really good and impressive and everything. But look up a game, there's two games. There's Cosmic Epsilon, but if you really want to see something good, look up Tetrastar the Fighter for the Famicom. Both Cosmic Epsilon and that are for the Famicom, but it's really graphically impressive. They're both shoot 'em ups, but they're like, you know, from the back view. They're not like horizontal or vertical shooters. They're really, really impressive looking. And yeah, a company that makes shogi video games mostly, or made, makes shogi games, made a game as graphically impressive as that. So Home Data actually does still exist to this day, or at least the time I make this video. I actually went to their website, but they're known now as Kabushiki Gaisha Maho, or as they call themselves in English, Magical Company. So you might want to check them out, but they didn't really do a whole lot in the U.S., but they're known in Japan and even in the West for the Koshien series, which are basically just a series of baseball games. They did do one NES game that you might know called Yoshi's Cookie, and that's more. That one's got a funny backstory. I'm gonna get out this last package here. I assume it's the last. Yep, it is. Okay. So they made a alchemy themed puzzle game, and I guess it didn't do very well. I think it's called like Hermetica or something like that, and I guess it didn't do too well during localization testing. So what they did was they sold the rights, I think, to BPS. BPS had to say make the video game or make Yoshi's Cookie with that same exact puzzle concept, and thus Yoshi's Cookie was born. Yeah, I bet you didn't know that. And, you know, I love reading about these like development stories. Ooh, Japanese newspapers. I'll have to keep that. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Yeah, this one cost me more than I'm willing to admit. I bought it mainly for preservation purposes, um, which I'm not going to explain in this video. But this is a Sharp X68000 game, which I don't own one of those computers. They're way too expensive. But I actually do have another one. It's Lemperor for the Sharp X68000, and I did have a good reason for buying that one because it came with the soundtrack CD, and that's what I was looking for. The game just happened to come with it. So, all right. So this is Dash Yaro, which is the Japanese title of Rally Bike. This one's actually pretty close to the arcade version, not like the crappy NES version that we got. Wow, it looks nice. Got the huge floppy disks, you know, the ones that actually were floppy. No credits, but that's to be expected. I mean, it's an old computer title. Oh, the smell of the paper. Oh my gosh, you gotta. Yeah, there's the discs. They're in like plastic, so that's pretty cool. Whoever owned this before, I mean, you can't see it, but there's like little stains on the manual, but like whoever owned this before did a really great job taking care of it, so I will make sure to do likewise. Okay, I think that's about it. I think that's everything. And wow, what a bunch of stuff that I got. Wow. And like I said, because I'm saving up for vacation, this will be the last one that I do for a month or two. Trying to fit as much of this crap as I can into this box. I don't have to. Yeah, so I don't have to worry about it. Alright, so enough stuff in there. All in the video, so you guys can go about whatever you want to do. So, I do want to thank, and I'm gonna butcher his name really badly, is Nenson Dubois for the suggestions on the video software. I will check that out. I think I just liked your comment, but I did appreciate that. So I will give those a look. I've heard of them, but I've never actually seen them or used them or whatever, so it'll be interesting to check that out. So, without any further ado, I hope you guys have a great time, great week, great day, whatever, and I'll see you guys later. God bless, and peace out. Have a good one.